Now that's how you make a statement. I replied to someone's tweet today on Twitter and I'm like, if we don't score 6 versus Schalke today, we're joking around because we need to make a statement going into the quarterfinals. So the other teams will be definitely intimidated by us. And that's exactly what we did today. Spanking Schalke, who are currently struggling in the German Bundesliga, you know, battling relegation, losing their last 2 matches, I think, by 4 goals apiece. And they got spanked today. 7-0. That was a baptism. Circumcision. You know? They got blown away. Football Pharaoh, my fellow YouTuber and friend, just messaged me and said, we put them into the shadow realm. And after this beating, Dominic, the manager of Schalke, will definitely receive the sack. Like, this is a nail in the coffin for him. You cannot take your feet off the necks of these smaller teams because they're going to show you up. They're going to embarrass you. You know, we've seen a lot of teams turn around, you know, their first leg defeat and come around to win the tie, but we did not allow that. We weren't looking for an Ajax versus Real Madrid story or a PSG versus Manchester United or a Roma versus Porto and an Atletico Madrid versus Juventus. I got to talk about that one. I'm going to make a separate video for this. But we handled business and we demolished. We brought the maelstrom upon Schalke. Blew them away 7-0. First goal scored by Sergio Aguero. It was a penalty. Bernardo Silva, you know, brought down in the box by Bruma. Guys, I'm not going to remember all the exact details for all the goals because I was watching both matches simultaneously, one on my phone and one on the TV. But Aguero stepped up to take the penalty and, you know, did a Panenka to beat the goalkeeper. I think his name is Baumann. There's Baumann and there's Farman. I always get mixed up with the 2 goalkeepers, but I think his name is Baumann. Is it? Let me double check. Let me double check because I always get this one wrong. It's Farman, you see? Good thing I double checked. Beat Farman with a Panenka. Second goal scored by Aguero. Again, beautifully set up by Raheem Sterling with a back heel. And Aguero did the rest. Nutmeg Farman. 2-0. VAR had to come into play to look at the offside. But Sterling was deemed to be onside. The third goal was scored by former Schalke player. We actually bought Leroy Sané from Schalke. I think he was set up by Zinchenko there. Beautifully set up by Zinchenko, who has filled in at left back seamlessly for the injured Benjamin Mendy. And we were 3-0 up. It was awesome. 3-0 up at halftime. The tie pretty much wrapped up after defeating Schalke 3-2 in the first leg on the road. So to add to those 3 away goals, which are like gold, we added 3 first half goals. So we're very comfortable going into the second half. And I bet the team talk would have been, you know, just go out there, you know, have fun and get the job done, you know, finish things up. In the second half, we scored again in the 56th minute. It was Raheem Sterling's time to get on the score sheet. He has been brilliant this season in the Premier League, in the Champions League, in every single competition. He's even better than he was last season. He was set up by Leroy Sané, who I must mention is my man of the match because he was involved in about 4 of these goals, probably involved in the build-up for, you know, the other goals as well. But Raheem Sterling on the score sheet in the 56th minute. And then Bernardo Silva, he got on the score sheet in the 71st, set up by Sané again, you know, put it past Farman, who had a horrible day in goal. Schalke's defense is just awful. It's just goddamn awful. If ever there was a bad defense, man, Schalke, exemplary. Phil Foden came on. It was a double substitution. I really like the fact that Pep Guardiola was just like, all right, bring on, you know, 2 substitutes at the same time. It was actually, let me tell you, Gabriel Jesus, Phil Foden came on for think it was Emerick Laporte, Aguero and David Silva at that point in time. So Foden, I think this is actually his first Champions League goal in his career. So congratulations to future Manchester City great, future England great, because he has been awesome. One of the best young players in European football right now. He scored in the 78th minute and it was an awesome goal. Cut around the keeper to put it past, to put it, in the back of the net. Set up by Sane again. 7th goal was scored by Gabriel Jesus, man. Awesome, awesome stuff. He has been brilliant in the Champions League. Remember, he scored a hat-trick in the group phase. And, his goal wrapped up the tie 10-2. Fabian Delph also came off the bench today for Emerick Laporte. It was just a convincing performance to, emphatic win. 10-2 is a statement made. It is a statement made. We are ready for whatever challenge comes in the last 8 because I think we are going to get a challenge. But then again, City has been, the draws has been very, very kind to City this season. Very, very, very kind. In this match, we had Edison Moraes in goal, Kyle Walker, right back, Danilo and Laporte in the centre-back positions. Danilo, very, very versatile, could play all across the back line, could even play, defensive midfield. Then we had Zinchenko at left back, Gundogan replacing the, I think, banned Fernandinho, Bernardo Silva and David Silva in the center of the field with Raheem Sterling, Leroy Sané on the wings and Sergio Aguero, in the middle. For Schalke, let's not forget Schalke played this game, They deserve a mention, to get to the round of 16. Really, really good achievement. It is good for them that they should go back and focus on surviving relegation. The team is not in a good spot right now. They're in a very, very, very low state. And they don't need to focus on any Champions League football because they're not going to win it. So go back, focus on the Bundesliga. Tedesco might get sacked. Whoever comes in to replace him, he might not get sacked. But I think I'm leaning more on him getting sacked. Whoever comes in, to just, tidy things up at the club because they did really well last season. They qualified for the Champions League and they just couldn't handle the workload. For them, we had Guido Burgstaller, the Austrian up front, Yevhen Konoplyanka, Ukrainian, coming, I think he did not play the first leg. Bentaleb, the scorer of both goals, penalties in the first leg. Seda, I don't know that guy. We had Breel Embolo, young Swiss forward. We had Osipska. I don't know him as well in the left back. Bruma, the Dutch international. Sane, Stambouli, and Weston McKennie with Farman in goal, conceding 7. He has been conceding a lot of goals. Coming off the bench for them were Mendel, who maybe he should have started. He did really well in the last game. Steven Skabisky. Whoa, what a name. He must be Polish. And Cedric Turchert. So Schalke have a lot of work to do. Rabbi Motondo, the man who was sold to Schalke from Manchester City, was not involved in the game. He should have, got a substitute appearance. It would have been nice, but he wasn't, involved in the game. But good try, Schalke, man. Good try. This Manchester City team has been awesome this season. It's a mountain. It's a mountainous task to actually defeat us across 2 legs. We won the Carabao Cup. If you didn't know, we are still in the FA Cup quarterfinals, Champions League quarterfinals, and we are on top of the English Premier League, 1 point ahead of Liverpool. So City, in all 4 competitions, the quadruple is still on. Right now, it looks like we just might win a treble this season. Guys, the treble is alive, It's alive. I really hope we can pull something off because it's really hard to top what we did last season. But it was an awesome performance, man. Steamrolling Schalke is, nothing less than what I expected, nothing less than what I wanted. We have to keep our feet on the necks of these smaller teams, finish them off, and move on to the next task. So for stats in this game, guys, for stats, Manchester City 15 shots at goal with 11 on target. Schalke 2 shots at goal with 1 on target. So you can tell how one-sided this game was. 73% possession for City, 27% for Schalke. 789 passes by Manchester City with a 92% pass completion. Schalke, 293 passes with a 73% pass completion. And most of those passes must have been clearing the ball out of their own half. Most of the game was played in Schalke's half of the field. And we totally dominated this. The game had 17 fouls, 10 committed by City, 7 by Schalke. And we had 3 yellow cards, 2 for City and 1 for Schalke. It was an awesome performance, man. Nothing less, than what I expected. Guardiola must be happy. Mikel Arteta, he must be happy as well. But we did not go into this game underestimating Schalke whatsoever. We just wanted to get the job done, and we did just so. In the other game, Juventus came from behind. It is a record. They came from behind. They never came from a 2-0 down deficit in a, knockout stage tie. And they did so, defeating Atletico Madrid 3-0 with a hat-trick from who you know who. You know who. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo, living legend, and all that he's gone through over the the span of this season, the whole the controversy with the rape allegations and all of that, the man is just coming to the fore, just like he's done in past UCL seasons. He has been lackluster this season in the Champions League with 1 previous goal before this game, and he came up for the big game and scored a hat-trick to flatten Atletico Madrid, who I think never lost to an Italian opposition. From what I heard, the commentator said, I might be wrong, but from winning 2-0 at home to coming back to lose a tie, horrendous performance. But I will touch on that game in the video covering that game, but I just wanted to, touch on it right now. Tomorrow, we have Liverpool traveling away to Bayern Munich. The first leg was a 0-0 draw. And we have Olympique Lyon traveling to the Camp Nou in Barcelona. First leg was also a 0-0 draw. So we can see upsets tomorrow with Lyon beating Barcelona. The Bayern-Liverpool will not be an upset. It can go any which way. But if I have to predict, I'm going to go with Barcelona and I'm going to go with Liverpool. I've been getting my predictions wrong because... not because of anything. What am I saying? Not excuse. I've been getting my predictions wrong, but I'm not mad. I'm not mad because in order for me to get my predictions wrong, something spectacular, miraculous, must have happened. And that's exactly what happened. We've had like 4 first leg losses turned around. So it's been awesome. The Champions League round of 16 has been absolutely fantastic. But guys, that's my thoughts, on this tie. Manchester City spanking Schalke 10 goals to 2 across 2 legs. Juventus getting the better of Atletico Madrid 3-2 across 2 legs. More action tomorrow. Who do I want us to draw? I'm ready for anybody, but I think the draw is going to be kind to us. We are going to get a team that we could, actually beat. I just have a feeling. A Porto. Not underestimating Porto. I really don't want Ajax, but we could actually get Ajax. I don't want to get an English team right now, but that could also happen. But guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. Those are my thoughts. I'm going on way too long. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. If you're a City fan, let me know who you want us to draw out of the teams that has qualified already. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.